So we got Epstein and his royal buddies. Epstein, listen, bro, this man was connected with the highest of elites. This is why right now I don't feel normal working a job for money. I feel like a straight goyim doing it.
Was meeting with presidents and other world leaders while taking one princess shopping at Prada in Miami and taking another princess to a private Broadway show in New York, we find it hard to believe. And that's not even mentioning the fact that he ordered 30 DNA kits from the King of Dubai, which the king delivered, like Amazon. And when looking at the dates on some of these emails, not only does it seem possible that the Crown Princess of Norway got...
He's a front man. He's a front man, bro. When you see dudes like Elon, Epstein, Trump, Bezos, all these guys, bro, even the billionaires that they show you, the people that really run this shit, you don't know them. You don't see their face. Even those family names. There's certain family names that don't get disclosed to the public. And there's certain family names that are just literally covers, and they change their names a lot too. Like the Phoenicians and Rosicrucianics, and that's a group, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Jason Loved by...
They bumping. Like, think about the niggas that bump the indigenous for the fezzes, the Shriners and all them. That's not they shit. They wearing all them fezzes and... man, it's crazy, bro. Shout out Young Elder with the Killer Clowns, man.
Jeffrey Epstein, but it also seems that Epstein could have been responsible for matchmaking in a royal marriage. So we've heard more disturbing stories about this guy than we've probably ever heard about anybody, ever. But something I haven't seen many videos on is the sheer amount of royalty that not only associated with him, but went out of their way to spend time with him, including married women and married couples. Andrew is just the one we hear about, but we never hear about how desperate the Crown Princess of Norway was to see him, or the inappropriate things they shared. Recently, we've seen people in the UK face charges over their connections to Epstein, and over here in the US, it's become sort of a joke because, as Nancy May said, no one over here will ever go to prison or face justice for their connection, because we have a two-tier justice system. One tier for the rich and powerful, and the other tier for everyone else. But well,
it's about a 7-tier justice. It's about a 9-tier justice system. Because you got an entertainment industry, then you got, bro, it's crazy, bro. You got some people that just, like, think about the Amish. You never see Amish people getting locked up. You don't even see Jews getting locked up like that. And if they do, that shit'll never be publicized. Niggas get locked up. It's on 4K. It's on 8K camera. The whole world watching niggas in chains. Is that not rituals, man? Yeah, he ran into a store. He robbed this person. A nigga shoot the whole block up. Or a nigga shoot the whole store up. No trial. The trial ain't on camera. You don't see nothing. Young Thug Tales, the whole thing is on YSL Woody. Bro, this is rituals. And I've been rewatching Lovecraft Country. Y'all gotta rewatch Lovecraft Country. It's on Tubi, but I'm watching it on this it's this app called Look Movie or something like that. I'm finna watch Sinners on there and everything. Shout out to the sister. She sent me the link. Good free. It's like a 1, 2, 3 movies type of genre. It's called Look Movie. Nigga. It's like Look Movie FN or something like that. It's like Look Movie PN. Lookmovie.pn or something like that. If y'all really want the link, I'll find it later. But yeah, y'all can probably see it on my tabs. Look, right here, because I'm watching Lovecraft right now. You feel me? I ain't gonna play it because they probably gonna copyright it. But right now, we at the point to where he meeting this bloodline that has cursed his bloodline, and it's crazy because he waking up, he see the spells that they doing. Right, they in a house like this, but it's not painted white. It's a Tartarian building. It's an old world building. I ain't gonna say Tartaria, but it's an old world building, right? And they was saying like it was a replica, but they basically doing this like when they go to the old house in the woods in this sundown town, bro. As soon as they walk in, this elite family living there, while it's a bunch of racist cops and stuff. They gotta fight all these racist cops. If you've never seen Lovecraft Country, show about these folks in the South and shit. But yeah, bro, on the show they're showing how this man doing a heart transplant. And he doing sacrifices and shit like that. Like he did a heart transplant at the beginning of the scene. But he's from a bloodline of people that owned slaves, allegedly. They tied it to slavery. But the dude bloodline, the guy from I forgot his name, bro. But the main guy, you know, that was on Thor in the Timekeeper. Forgot his name. But that timekeeper, right? I know y'all like, oh, he yapping, bro. That's my video. If you want to just watch Trap University video, you can watch this video, bro. I do what I want here on my channel. But I'm giving y'all a breakdown of Lovecraft Country because it remind me of some shit, and you can watch that shit and see what them Epstein motherfuckers be on and how much power they got. Like, they were literally in the middle of the South, sundown town. You got racist crackers. They almost get deleted by the crackers, and the witch literally calls up these beasts. Now, the whole show is talking about like Salem witch trials and all that. It's a bunch of knocks and flips, right? But the main point that stood out to me is how it's royalty and wealth living in America, right in plain sight. Like, they in America, like it's people that live in America, like, and then they fly to France and then they go back to Australia, and like, it's, bro, y'all don't know what's going on. It's a real invasion on the land. They've been invasion, like they've been having, bro. It's just deep, bro. It's deep. The movies and TV shows tell it all.
Wealthy people and politicians in the US are not the only people who will probably never face consequences for their association with Epstein. So I wanted to focus on people above politicians, some of which are legally immune to prosecution, the nobility. Now I'm sure that most of you know what the nobility is, but for those who don't, the nobility refers to people who hold special titles and privileges, such as the people who are legally referred to as His or Her Grace or His or Her Highness or Majesty. And these titles exist all over the world. For instance, every North
Fake, these are all fake royal families, bro. They are all fake, bro. All of these people are living off a stolen legacy. Stolen legacy, bro. They stole all that shit, especially when it comes to Europe. They stole all that shit from Africa, the Americas, Asia. But they go to all the parts of the world, conquer the indigenous, take over the ancient civilizations, and masquerade that shit as their own. They the ones that wrote this made up history. The Alexander the Greats and all this. They the ones that like wrote this shit in, bro. You gotta think about who was whooping and kicking their ass before them. The Moors. No more Moors. They have to get them black Moors out of Europe. And guess who did it? Bro, he will be thinking like, oh, the white people of Europe is royalty. But the Pope kissed African man feet. Go look up the Pope kissing the African man feet, bro. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up, bro. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up right now. Pope kiss. So it's level to this. It's level to this shit. They fake royal, bro. And all the people that you watching bow down to the Pope. But the Pope is bowing down to this man. He know who the true and is it really and he prayed to the Church of Madonna, and it's a black woman. Pope know the history. Pope knows blacks are the first inhabitants. Kneeling and kissing was symbolic gesture aimed at promoting peace and recolonization, reflecting Christian forgiveness. That's cap. That's cap, bro. You could even see one of these royal families with royal princess. Watch this. Royal princess wearing blackface. And people thought this was racist or something. No, this was a knock. This was a knock, 2007. She was wearing a blackamoor. Look! Look! They telling you this is who we stole it from. Stole it. Soiled it. Soiled it. Somebody said, my mom used to go to Hadassi thrift store and she collected them, and I'm really unsure that she knew. Listen, bro, a lot of our spirit be calling us to get shit. That's why I like going in Goodwills. That's why I like thrifting. That's why I like getting antique stuff. Even just with like, even clothing. Like, well, this is a new piece. My partner made this brand. This $1 billion mindset right here. You feel me? On Instagram, you can go tap in with my bro. On Instagram, he make this brand. Just type in $1 billion mindset. But yeah, bro. This shit is crazy, man. This was not racist, bro. This was a knock. She was letting you know, bro. Like, she got the blackamoor on her chest. is more spotted all through Europe, gang.
Lunch at Buckingham Palace. Many media outlets reviled her for this and regarded it as racist, which led her to apologize. The truth is, these brooches alongside different jewelry pieces have been sported by royal families since the Renaissance period. During the late 16th century, Queen Elizabeth I, a black woman, gifted English explorer Sir Francis Drake with a jewel depicting a black man who is the main figure of attention beside a white man. Even King Louis XIV of France, who was a black man, had a cameo of a black man holding a bow and a quiver in his collection. These pieces were prized possessions among royalty and nobility.
But here's the thing. I don't think blackamoors fucked with Americans, though. Like, okay, Americans is such a weird term now. Because we call ourselves black Americans now, or even our Indians, indigenous. Like, even though I'm going to recognize my grandma said we Cherokee, stuff like that, nigga, I'm not going to really align with that shit, bro. It's just to give you another knock to let you know, like, bro, we indigenous. We've been here, right? But as far as these names, all this shit's been switched around. When you go into the deep south and you see these houses that got plantations and big pillars and shit like that, bro. When you walk in, what do you see in there? Paintings from France and old Greece paintings and shit that look like it's from Europe. Why? How you know the blackamoor wasn't having slaves? If you want to be honest, bro, especially with this lineage shit, I know we from the land, right? But when it comes to like certain tribes, I feel like I got all the energies. I feel like I could be on some black nobility, black royalty shit, but then at the same time, like, bro, I wouldn't go for that shit. I'm a real indigenous, Gullah War, K-slanging on the land. Just throw me in the woods, throw me in on the water, on the beach. I'm a tribal nigga. But then at the same time, like, I know I wouldn't be able to stay in the tribe my whole life or just be on the tribe doing that primitive shit. I would want to go see. I want to go explore. You know what I'm saying? But maybe we're in a time now to where we have developed multiple energies and shit like that. And a lot of our ancestors lived through us. So I can have an ancestor that's like tribal, want to stay to the land. And I got an ancestor who want to live and travel the world. And I got an ancestor who want to be living royalty and shit like that. So, because I don't know if everybody can embody these traits. If y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Let's get back to the bot video.
Nordic country outside of Iceland and Finland has a royal family and a nobility. So does Spain, Thailand, Belgium, Monaco, Japan, and several Asian and African countries. These people are above politicians because unlike, let's say, President Trump, whose family has consisted of wealthy landowners since the 1800s, the royal family of Norway is descended from a family that's lived in castles for over 900 years. And it's really hard to put into perspective that your family has been rich longer than the modern English language has existed. Like Crown Princess Mette Marit. I might have butchered that name, sorry. Many people know her now because her son is currently on trial for multiple sexual assaults. So it appears that for years, she was sneaking off to meet up with Jeffrey Epstein for getaways in Miami, the Caribbean, and in her own words, Jeff Island. And it shows how not worried she was about her association because the email she was using appears to be her official email since it addresses her as Her Royal Highness, with HKH standing for Her Royal Highness in Norwegian. She was up at 7:44 a.m. on Christmas Eve, emailing Jeffrey Epstein. This is a woman with a husband and 3 children. And despite not outright flirting, she definitely appeared to be desperate to be around him. Like for instance, when Epstein was having lunch with Elon and he told her that he had other plans, she asked him repeatedly, like a crazy girlfriend, if he really had other plans aside from seeing her. It's the multiple question marks that do it for me. She also spent several nights at his Palm Beach mansion, and when he emailed her right after New Year's to tell her he was sick with the flu, she completely ignored it just to ask if he was coming over to see her soon. Again, with the question marks. And while it's possible her husband did know she was spending time with Epstein, as he supposedly met with Epstein in the Caribbean, the fact that she was so frantic to see him all the time led me to believe that she was, in fact, being Jason loved. But in the middle of all of this, their emails took a weird turn, like when she asked him if it was inappropriate to suggest 2 naked women carrying a surfboard for her 15-year-old son's wallpaper.
What?
With this son being Marius, the guy who's currently on trial.
And I wonder why he out here actually assaulting women or whatever he doing. Nigga, it's passed down his blood. He probably been fathered with since he was a kid. Yeah, them royal families is not what you think. Not all of them is. All of them, like, especially like with them, bro. Anybody that's in position of a royal family now, then did some devious shit. Some, I ain't gonna say all of them, because now that we know how the world works, there's probably some that had to hide and didn't get infiltrated by Luciferians or some shit, and they just like, yeah, y'all keep y'all wealth, y'all money, just shut the fuck up and be over there. Like, I feel like it's probably levels too. So some of them that just got stolen history, stolen legacy, and they probably calmed down, and they just recycling the money. Then you got some that's continuously funding this world stage and continuously in on it. But the people that got royal families and they rich and shit like that, they know what the fuck going on. Like, they gonna get the warning before everybody else. Like, hey, we gonna do this here, we gonna do that there, reset here, move over this way, shift this way. Why you think they do a lot of this world stage shit in certain places like Middle East, America, South America? They make sure to do this war. You don't ever see no war in Canada. None of that land up there. Greenland, yeah, a little bit, but not really. Not really. You don't see war certain places, bro. It's over with. It's shut down. Like France and Paris might be going crazy, right? But go an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours out, that shit'll never be touched with. Come playing around, they send them helicopters, come whoop you off the land, nigga. Then they got a lot of magical shit going on too. My camera about to die though, so let me know if y'all want me to do a part 2 of this vid. I'm at like 3%. I'm just gonna run that bit till it die.
I don't even know what to make of that. Is she talking about the wallpaper for his phone or his contact photo for when he calls her? And I also don't know what to make of Epstein's response. He said, close your eyes, take in white through your nose. Surely he didn't mean, it looks like he really had this lady, who will be the Queen of Norway when her father-in-law dies, wrapped around his finger. But in their neighboring country of Sweden, a woman named Sophia was criticized when she started dating the king's son, Prince Carl Philip, mostly because she was a reality TV star who dressed inappropriately, and if all of this would have happened more recently, instead of 2004 to 2009, she probably would have been like an OF influencer. But what's interesting is that her mentor was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and she introduced Sophia to Epstein all the way back in 2005, when Sophia would.
It makes you think what some of these influencer girls that y'all see right now, that's really, you know what I'm saying, tied in with these elites and shit. Y'all thinking like, oh, this is my favorite girl, or she's an OF model or whatever. The whole time she tied with Epstein. I was playing, but she tied with Israel or some shit. She tied with some type of secret trafficking order. Because that's the modern day pimping. OF. You know?
Have been around 20 or 21. And they would meet several times
Barbara
while she was a
Inbo.
certified yoga instructor / influencer. I wonder what they were doing. So the timeline is pretty clear with her. In 2004, while she was under 21, she appeared in the media super sexualized, and she was in Jeffrey's preferred age range, for adults at least, since a 40-year-old British model that was bringing them girls remarked that she wished she was 20 years younger, and several of his emails insisted that he did like college girls, as he was having college girls from Berkeley College being brought to him as well.
Wow.
Also girls from whatever school Sophia went to. So her mentor, a woman named Barbara, knew very well that Epstein would like her. And by 2005, Sophia was in New York as an aspiring actress, and her mentor helped her make a connection with a very wealthy New Yorker.
Yo, and somewhere a lot of these people tied to Epstein ain't even, like, that girl I just searched up, she dead, nigga. What's her name? Her right here? What's her name? Damn, he be putting these clips so fucking quick, you can't even go back. 2%. Nigga on 2%. This girl, she clapped out the game. She died in 2018.
While she was dating her future husband, she was still being invited to hang out with Epstein. And it's pretty clear that the Barbaro lady was a recruiter. But moving on to those 30 DNA kits.
Yeah,
Now, Sultan bin Sulaim is a close associate of the Dubai royal family. And I believe that his emails are where we got the infamous "I loved the torture video" email from.
Wow.
And the DNA kits may have been for him. since it appears that that's what this email is suggesting, and it looks like he might have paid $6,084 for some test kits. He also liked to share explicit videos with Epstein. And then there are several emails mentioning the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
So the shit get wicked. So all your royalties, that's what I was just gonna say. It don't matter if it's Saudi Arabia, it don't matter if it's Europe, anybody that's royal family right now, them niggas all compromised on chiefs, and they the fake royal families. They stole the artifacts. I'm gonna need my orbs and my artifacts and that anti-tech back.